Okay. So, the point of the exercise today is to talk about how gaming doesn't have to be expensive, and you can still have a hell of a lot of fun and build some pretty cool stuff in a sandbox world like Conan Exiles. Now, this game currently is on Steam for like $4 or $5, and actually somebody bought it for me, so it cost me nothing. There's lots and lots of DLC and some really cool building packs, but you don't need them to do some cool stuff. So I'm just going to run around here and show you what I've done. This is a completely vanilla build. Now I am fairly late game, so you're not going to start off with a lot of this stuff, but just so you know, um, this is $4 worth of investment into gaming. So I call that the Pyramid of Geezer, and we'll run up there. One of the points of Conan is to build the altars to all the different religions, like Zath, the spider one right there, and this is Derketo, Derketo's pleasure palace over here. I'm particularly proud of this one. I think I did a nice job surrounding it. In any case, the Pyramid of Geezer has the temple to Mitra kind of on the backside of it. And you can absolutely get up there by going up that giant ramp, but I built a more spiritual path, which takes us all the way up here. And you can get a pretty good overview of my build from up here as well. I tried to make this jump last night. I could not make it. I know I've done it before. In any case, that over there is the Black Tower. We'll be going to visit that. Let's see. Oh, I made it. This is the inside of the, obviously, of the top part. And, well, yeah, you can't really climb this. It's going to bite you. So, that is the Pyramid of Geezer. It is not a pyramid, but I am a geezer, so there's that. Right, one thing you do in Conan is you find bartenders in the world, and you can set up a little tavern, and then NPCs come and visit you, and you can hire them. I'm not going to hire that person, but I've gotten a couple of decent hires. Mostly, though, you have to go out in the world and club people. So that's how I got these guys. Built those armor sets. That one, the yellow and black one, I custom dyed. That one's actually built into the game. He's not actually wearing that armor, and I'm going to demonstrate that in a second. As you can see, I have a full set of Legion armor on, but I'm going to change it so it looks, well, cuter, because my character is a girl, and she's super cute. This is the workshop, and I have fully upgraded all the workstations here, so it's fairly efficient. Don't see a lot of thralls working today. Here's one eating. I just finished filling up their thrall pot. There's blacksmiths working away. Up here, still building this area out. It's just going to be sort of a communal gathering place. And tuck the little bedroom back in here. Dormitory for some of the kids. Everybody's out, so. And then on the third floor of the workshop space is just sort of a little museum of some of the critters that you'll run into in this game, ranging from the Yeti and the Imp to that purports to be an ostrich. Over here, some of the mammalian critters recognizable to us. And on the roof, I stuck a vault statue up there, and flags of all the different tribes I've raided and conquered and wiped out, including some of the buccaneers. And then over next to this build, I built another bar. Now again, this is all vanilla building set, so couldn't get super fancy with it, but I'm actually pretty happy with the way that it turned out, especially the interior. I think it looks pretty cool. It looks even better at night. And the light dark circles pretty fast, so we should be able to see a nighttime view here in a little bit. My second bar. And this place was much more intentionally built for people to come and visit. Still working on decor and, you know, putting stuff in here. The game is never ending when it comes to that. Put some unique weapons up on the wall and, you know, make it look pretty. Now, one aspect of this game is sorcery, and one thing that I did do was build a pad to get me up to the, well, about the middle top of that tower over there without me having to run. But since we're just kind of showing off the build, that's my map room. That's how you travel to different areas of the world. And up here, I just felt like I needed to do something with this cliff, so I made it much easier to traverse. This is the Emir altar, and down here the Black Tower. And I don't know if you can really tell how tall this thing is, but it goes up there quite a ways. It's where we keep our helpless victims, of course. And there's Holger. He's well, he's a strange cat, Holger. Now you can climb the stairs all the way up there, or if you prefer, you can take the elevator. We're having to call it down because it was up there. This is the Golem or Guardian Station. This is where you manufacture the parts for them. But the crystal golems, the ones I really like, the Guardians are not, you can't build those, you have to go find those. Sort of obnoxious. Alright. Heading up. I sort of accidentally discovered something super cool when I built this up here. I'll show you here in a moment. So this is my spare bedroom. Sleep here sometimes. In fact, I think I have this set as my respawn point right now because I've been doing a lot of building here. That's the transitory stone that can take me anywhere pretty much that I've just got another, well, anywhere I've got another transitory stone. And then there's another floor or two up here. This is what I thought was pretty cool. Now these Serpent Men statues add value to your treasure box. So I put them down here, just sort of looking ominous, and I thought that was cool. This red stuff is actually emanating from a giant demonic plant that you get when you do the Liu Fei quest. Players will know what I'm talking about. Fairly long, fairly buggy quest line that finally worked for me, and I got the plant, built it up here, because I thought the red light would look kind of cool, you know, through the windows. You really can't see it that much, but what I didn't realize was that on the floor directly below it, it extrudes. And these guys just happen to be built in a way that they look like they're all sitting around. I literally did not do this on purpose. This was just a really interesting accident. Now these I most definitely did on purpose because I wanted to be able to step out on my veranda and look down at my build. And I want you to know that every piece lines up and is connected to the very first foundation stone that I laid on this build, probably a couple months ago. It all lines up. It's a lot of grinding, I promise you. And by the way, the tower goes still further. To get to my treasure area, raiders will have to come up here. And trust me, I do not make it easy for them. This is my treasure box. As you can see, I've got a decent amount. That's gold dust, silver dust, jewels, blah blah blah, pearls. According to him, I am at threat level 6. I think there's 8. I'm not going to actually run a purge anytime soon, but that's what that's about. And that is the easy way to get down. Okay, I mentioned showing you something about the appearance of armor. So let's go down here for a moment. And rather than taking the elevator down, I'm going to do what I call the quick slide. Yoink. One more floor. Alright. In the thaumaturgy bench, once you get to a certain level, you've got this ability to change the appearance of your armor. So I'm going to take the armor off. Oops. And I have turned off the nudity for streaming purposes. So this armor is the Redeemed Legion. The reason I use the Redeemed Legion is because it makes it possible to go to both the cold biome and the hot biome without taking damage. Huge, huge game-changing if you're familiar with this game and the harsh environments in it. So, but it's kind of ugly, in my opinion. Sure, you can paint it different colors or whatever. I'm going to go with, let's make it look cooler. So, the chest piece, for example, can look like... Oh no! Damaged? How is it damaged? I just made this. Let's see if there's another one we can try. It should not be damaged. Definitely want the headpiece. Oh. Can't do sorcery if you're over encumbered. And this definitely is sorcery. I'm not over encumbered. Oh, for crying out loud.
No.
Source is damaged. Oh, that's just obnoxious. How did they get damaged? Well, guess what we'll do? And it says I'm encumbered again.
Oh.
We'll see if we can go fix a couple of these. Let's put these on so at least you'll be able to see what it'll look like when I'm done, hopefully. Actually, I was going to use that one, that one, that one. So that's the look I'm going for. Or that one, which I also like. Did I leave the headset in the table? I did not. Okay. Okay, lady. Let's do this.
Oh.
So I've got to somehow repair the irreparable, because this game does have its bugs, Silent Legion armor. The only way to do that is with the Grandmaster repair kit. Let's see if we've got any. I honestly do not know, because I don't make them and I do use them. Alright, Grandmaster repair kit. I've got 3 of them. Alright, so let's do chest for sure. What? Unable to repair more. Well, that's fun. So it's fully repaired, but it won't let me change it because it says it's damaged. Lord. What about that one? What about that one? Well, that's super obnoxious. Let's go make, let's make an extra chest. Just craft 1. And the helmet. The helmet is so ugly. Okay, these are completely untouched, never worn. Obviously, I'm going to be... Do I have any potions that will give me extra strength? Or extra carry weight? Oops, it's flowers. Survivability, concussive damage, increased armor, weapon damage, meh. Doesn't look good, does it? Variable effect. Don't care about that. That's definitely not it. Potions I could potentially brew that would do that. Strength might do it. And some of these just don't even tell you what they do. And honestly, I don't use them very much. Here's what I can do. Don't make extra. These things expire really fast. Potion of Bestial Memory lets you reset your attributes. So we'll just put expertise on 20. It doesn't matter because I'm not going to keep this setting. Beast of Burden. When over encumbered, you can still dodge and move at full speed. Done. Just in case we hit enemies. We'll do that. Don't need that. That's not a terrible fighting setup. So notice that now I can run around like crazy even though I'm overburdened. Right. Let's go ahead and use the stone to get up there. It is a bit of a schlep. Okay, downstairs. Boom, boom, boom. Put that in the source. Put that in the appearance, hit combine. But there you go. That's what we were looking for. Now why wouldn't it do it? And it wouldn't let me. I just made that and it would not let me fix it. Buggy, 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 buggy. Okay, that would at least give us the top. It's not terrible. And it would give us the helm. And then if I wanted the rest of the armor, ugly, ugly, ugly. Don't love. But at least now you can see the possibilities. Here's what you can do. This thing actually sort of covers the top and bottom. So if we take this, put that in appearance, put that there. Even though she's wearing that ugly pants, you won't be able to see it. So that's not terrible. The clothes are a little much, and the boots. This is my alternate getting back to the shop method. Alrighty. One more little trick. That stuff is super heavy. These are modified so as not to be so heavy. Is that back on her? So I'm going to get those two fixed so they're not so damn heavy. Actually, they were fixed to add armor, now that I think about it. Which is this guy, bulk plating. And I may rethink that, but right now we don't care about weight because we have that perk in the attributes. Makes weight meaningless. With one exception, and that's your mount. Your mount will still be burdened, it will not move at full speed, which kind of sucks. Right. There you go. She's wearing a silk dress that has an armor rating of 1,580. Not terrible. And much more fetching, I think, than the black armor. So I'm going to put the armor set that I could not really use. I'll just put some of that away. You don't suppose they fixed the repair in that latest patch? Because if they did, that would solve everything. You can see with this armor, there's no repair. The tab just doesn't even show up. A known quote feature, end quote. Alright. So we've been to the Black Tower, we looked at the treasure, we've been to the bar, we've seen both bars actually, Pyramid of Giza. I think that's all I really want to show in this particular stream. Doubt anybody actually saw it, but it's my first stream with Streamlabs. I'm going to see if it records as well, and if not, then I'll record a version, and then I'll get on with my life. All right.